And just because I am just a small time government official, I am not exempted. So what's the fairness there? No. When they drop bombs, they kill so many villages, and there's not even a whimper. America invaded Iraq. What was the excuse? That there were weapons of mass destruction. And yet when they invaded Iraq, so many people were killed. So where is justice now?
So I think it's really hard to avoid civilian...
Meaning to say, justice has to be equal. It cannot be a justice for one and justice for another set of standards for two. It has to be equal.
Is that the reason why you turn away from America?
Yes, because they refuse to understand my predicament when they knew that they were also in the same predicament on a larger scale. I never in America, what? Remember Panama? Okay. They invaded Panama, a sovereign state, okay, in Central America. So what was the purpose there? They went inside, seized the country, arrested the president, brought him outside the country, placed him in a detention cell in New York. He faced a trial federal court and is convicted. What happened to the invasion? And what was the reason? Drugs. You invade a country. Me, I am just fighting the criminals in my country. I never invaded a country. There's you have to look at it this way. There is so much incongruity in the principles that are being followed by nations. The powerful ones, they can invent this weapon of mass destruction. Oh, we can invade your country. Me, I never touch anybody. I do not even go to the United States. And then they criticize me for the criminals that I have killed.
All right, so as you can see, Rodrigo Duterte, okay, he's going on and on about the wickedness of America, man. All right, how it's a double standard for America and everybody else, man. How, like he made a point saying, you know, how can they, you know, invade all these countries and then, you know, say something to me about how I'm just, you know, quote unquote, fighting crime within the walls of my country, man. That's what America does, man. You see he calling out NATO and the EU and all of that, man. All right, and this is how all these what you would call smaller nations feel about the American Edomite, man. So-called white man, man. That's how they all feel, man. If y'all gonna set a certain, you know, standard or set rules among the nations, y'all should have to follow them too. That's how you know Esau is not a righteous leader, man. He's wicked, man. All right, because when we come into power, all right, the Israelites, okay, it's not like we gonna be no hypocrites, man. The laws that we gonna govern the world by is the laws we gonna follow. We gonna follow the same laws, so there will be no unrighteousness with the reign of the Israelites, man. It's not like, you know, we gonna see homosexuality and put everybody to death, then somebody's a Israelite is a homosexual somewhere. All right, that's unrighteous judgment, and that's what the so-called white man is known for, man. Unrighteous judgment, being a hypocrite, man. It's Job 20:4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. All right, and you see in that moment it's coming to an end, man. All right, the joy of the hypocrite is coming to an end, man. All right, because these nations, they're not trying to deal with the policies and rules and regulations that come with dealing with the so-called American white man, man. They sick of it, man. And all you people out there could, you know, act like you blind to it. All right, all this information. We living in an information age, man. All this information, all this news out here, okay? This is clearly showing you that the nations are rousing up against America, man. It's like it said in the scriptures, man. All right. The joy of the hypocrite is but for the moment, man. All right. All the hypocritical policies and all your hypocritical ways. Okay. Speaking about the so-called white man who is Esau in the scriptures. Okay. Edomites. You are the descendants of Esau. Okay. All that, hypocrisy is coming to an end, man. Because these nations are not scared of America anymore, man. Everybody is sick of America's foreign policy, man. Just coming over there and messing with people, man. All right. Just like he made a good point saying, well, America goes over to Iraq and invades them because they believed or they made up that they had weapons of mass destruction. But in the process, you're committing mass destruction. You're killing everybody. But that's the joy of the hypocrite, all right, to be able to move like that. But now it's being exposed on what you would call a broad scale. All right, and the so-called white man, he's being exposed, man. He having his skirt lifted up, man. Because the nations are sick of this hypocrisy, man. All right. But I'm going to play a little bit more of the video.
Your relations with the previous U.S. administration were far from perfect. Will you give Trump's administration a chance?
I think that Trump he's very good. He's a regular guy. He's pragmatic, very practical. The previous administration was a source of irritation and source of so many conflicts, not really in terms of war, but in terms of relationships. The other administration destroyed all of this, the goodwill and even relationships with Russia and relationships with the Philippines. And it's not an easy job to be just, when there's a new guy in town, you just say everything is forgotten. They have the Congress that is not in full accord with the U.S. president. And as it is, they're still fighting right now, threatening even to impeach President Trump.
Yeah, just right quick, I wanted to grab a quick scripture, okay? Because Rodrigo, all right, Duterte, all right, he referenced the fact that the Congress and, the president, all right, who was Donald Trump at the time, at this current moment, Salakia, but the Congress and the president aren't on one accord, all right? And we know in the scriptures, all right, as a matter of fact, I'm just going to grab it. 11. It's Luke 11 and 18. If Satan also be divided against himself, all right, that word Satan just meaning adversary, all right, and who's the adversary of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, who you people call God and Jesus Christ, all right? It's the so-called white man. He's the adversary of the Most High. He's the one who's turned everything upside down, man. But I'm going to read that back. Luke 11 and 18. If Satan also be divided against himself, how shall his kingdom stand? Because ye say that I cast out devils through Beelzebub. All right, and of course that was, wicked niggas talking about Yahushua, who you people call Jesus Christ, when he was doing all those miracles, all right, and all those wonderful works, all right, they were saying he got the power from Satan. All right, but the point that I wanted to grab out of this is how shall his kingdom stand? All right, you got the damn government divided against each other, man. All right, even though the foundation of, America's government is, opposition within the government. That's why you got Democrats and Republicans and what's some other shit, Tea Party, all that shit, all those things like those divisions and subdivisions within the government. Okay, that's just division. And that's how you know the so-called white man don't know how to rule. You're supposed to just have a king, bro. That's how a nation is supposed to be governed. All right, with somebody who's calling the shots, and that's it. That's why so much confusion in the American government, bro. That's why so much confusion, because the foundation of it is for America to oppose itself from within. So of course it's gonna be chaotic, man. And right now Trump is rubbing a lot of people the wrong way, and it's chaotic. All right, but if Satan be divided against himself, how shall his kingdom stand? That's how you know America about to fall, man. All right, America is crumbling, man, right before your eyes, and you people still can't see it. All right, but I'm gonna get back into the video.
America is a hard act to follow. Sometimes you are in good terms. For example, Trump, he says that he agrees with me, and he thinks that I'm doing it the right way. And even he, about 2 weeks ago, announced that he's going to get tough against the drug lords and everybody who is into drugs. You could almost find the similar words between my mouth and Trump's mouth. But you know, those things that we ordered and those things that we expect to be delivered is being hampered because it is equally, the powers of the president is subject also to the checks and balances of Congress. And sometimes he is paralyzed. He himself now even finds himself maybe not really in big trouble, but in trouble.
Yeah, in America, all right, Trump, all right, and America, okay, they are in trouble, man. All right, but not the trouble that, you know, you will see with your carnal eye, man. All right, they're in trouble with Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, man. All right, this place will be judged. All right, the minds of, you know, the other quote-unquote world leaders, okay, will eventually be turned against America, all right, in an attempt to destroy it. It's going to be a successful attempt for these other nations to destroy America, okay? That's what's coming down, what they say, the pipeline, man. That's what's about to happen, man. America is about to be destroyed, man. All right, for its unrighteous dealings with the other nations, but chiefly with the Israelites, man. That's what it all boils down to. This whole world is about the nation of Israel, man. All right, you Negro, Latino, Native, and Seminole Indian, man. All right, and that's why America is going to be destroyed, all right, for all the unrighteousness of the so-called white man, all right? So that was pretty much it on that video. All right, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Bakar, Kodash. All right, double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that rule well. And salutations to all you brothers that's pushing the word and sincerity and truth across the four corners of the earth. Shalom.